The Redeemer is considered to be the anti-spawn, heaven's equivalent to a hell spawn. Today, we take a look at McFarlane's The Redeemer. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show. Believe it or not, guys, I went into the studio to do Bizarro when I got a knocking on my door from the FedEx man, and he delivered this guy here. So before we look at everything, I want to dedicate this video to my dad, who in all my life growing up, this man read so many books, so many religious books. He's don't worry, he's not a religious freak or anything like that, but he's always been fascinated by the miracle, the works, and the battles that the angels have done for God. And what better action figure to dedicate than this guy here, Spawn's The Redeemer. I know, guys, I know, but again, my dad's gonna like it. He's going to enjoy it. This figure is absolutely beautiful, and I haven't even taken him out of the box. Now, I'm doing something I normally do not do, which is just showing you the character still inside the box. I don't like doing any of that. I find it a little bit corny, but that's just me. I don't like doing that. I like getting to the meat of the potatoes of the video, but because I'm blown away by this absolute action figure, I want at least to show the artwork that's on the packaging. Now, there is another Redeemer, which is the gold variant, but to stay true to the comic, this one is actually true to it because I already see that it's the same sword that is in the comic book. Versus the first two Redeemers, I had to learn about this guy. This is the Eddie Frank version because the other Redeemers would create a sword out of the hell's fire he has in him. This character here, I don't know what's with the feathers here, but again, this is the other side of the box, as you guys can see here. And a lot of you guys, I don't know why you got a kick out of this whole barcode thing, but, and again, I'm not going to do this with a lot of figures, but I'm just blown away by this guy. So in a few minutes, I'm going to turn the camera off. We're going to get this guy out of the packaging, and we're going to discuss more about this action figure that I am looking forward to showing off to you guys, okay? And welcome back to the show. I got this guy out of the box. I did some mobility test. Now, guys, I put him in the stand. I'm not going to take the stand to show you. We all know what a stand looks like. I had to help him because I'm going to use the sword just to point here at the area. McFarlane, I keep telling you, you can't keep putting these figures who are extremely top heavy with these ball joints. You got to put the ratchet system in their feet, in their ankles, or you got to bring the boot down to help with the stability. And before I start doing the review, guys, I want to remind you that the Chino1moreni contest on Chino1moreni, the link will be below, is still going on. And I also want to give a huge shout out to one dude who is the most nicest guy in the stop motion community, and that's Justin Rash. I hope I got his name correct because I really like the guy a lot. Very nice guy. The man is a magician when it comes to He-Man. I know he's a huge He-Man fan. He can take those old figures, make them look silky smooth, with movement that they almost borderline CGI. We know it's not because he's constantly showing. So this video is also dedicated to him because I had a conversation with him on DMs, and I'll put his link to his channel if some of you already follow him. But this guy is super talented. Every time I hear about the work that he's done, I am blown away. I know that he was involved in Kubo and the Two Strings. I don't know if I love that movie, but this guy, Justin, great guy. Reach out to him. He answers back to his fans, and that's what it's all about, man. Giving back to the community, to people who want to learn, people like myself, people like you. And again, Justin, I'm going to do this review because I've asked you that I really would love to see how you would articulate this type of character, especially this one here. And once we get through with it, I've kind of become sort of an expert when it comes to McFarlane with the last few videos of what I'm liking, what I'm not liking. The first thing I will say, guys, is that I try to do my research on the character when I don't know anything about them, and I really didn't know anything about this guy right here. But man, you can hear the voice of excitement that I have with this particular character here. Again, McFarlane, God, this character is just crazy, and the mental gymnastics to think that this is one of God's angels, more superior, I guess, if you guys want to say that. Again, correct me in the comments, guys, as an archangel, but this is Spawn's villain. What is that crazy, guys? What kind of mental gymnastics is that? But again, let's get with the review. Let's get firing this thing. Now, guys, when you're looking at the video, because I'm looking at the viewfinder, and you guys know that my channel is not only dedicated to reviewing toys, getting involved in filmmaking and animation, but pushing technology, and I do all my videos on my iPhone. Yes, guys, I'm not using a DSLR. I want to get that level because a lot of my followers are guys who live at home, who don't make the money that a lot of us make to get these figures, but at least I want to show them low-end figures so they don't have to pay scalper prices. And this guy right here, the minute I got him out of the box, I did the mobility test, everything's fantastic. You guys know my pet peeve with McFarlane, too top heavy, weak ball joints, so I had to put this guy. So let's begin just getting some things out of the way. The sword, guys, it's a little bit on the softy side. I'm okay with it. Till this day, the best sword that I've seen has been Azrael's sword. It is a very beautifully Knights Templar type of sword, or wherever sword. I don't know too much about the story, but this one's good too. This one's good here. You just have to bend it, make sure you don't. It doesn't bend, and it looks like it can break. So be careful with this sword. The next thing we're gonna look at, which we will attach later after I do the articulation, is the wings. Look at these things. Look at the detailing of these things. And I heard, and we'll touch on something else. I saw some other dudes' channels, which, you know, we'll talk about that. There's a variant Redeemer coming out. Now, let's bring the man of the hour here. Let's bring the dude closer. Look at this guy. Let's take a little bit of a measurement test for you guys. Let me push him back a little bit to give me space to do that. And again, guys, I'm not saying that the support is going to take an inch or two, but I'm just going to take off an inch from whatever measurement we get. I like to measure him without that, but already right out of the box when I stood him up, that left foot is just all over the place. So let's take a look here to the top here. And I'm getting a reading of, let's see here. I'm getting a 7.9, guys. And we'll do it again so you guys can see that. Let's switch now to 7.8. Let's take it to the top. As you can see, I'm touching the spike in the top. 7.9. I'm just gonna say it's 7.8 for those who care or who don't care. Put that over here on this side. I'm looking. I didn't know anything about the Redeemer. The way that I found out about this guy was when McFarlane posted a picture of the upcoming action figures that he was releasing, which was the Raven Spawn, the Gunslinger, the Clown, I really don't like that guy, and the Violator. I jumped on board and ordered all of those guys except the Clown. I'm not really interested in having the Clown. I just think that's just McFarlane's version of a Joker. I take my action heroes very, very seriously. I hate comedic reliefs. And not knowing anything about this character, I looked up his story. Apparently there's 3 Redeemers, and This one's the last one. This is Eddie Frank. For those of you who don't know, I had to find out who Eddie Frank was. Eddie Frank in the movie or in the comic was that little boy that the father was beating on him. He ended up being the Redeemer and hating Spawn because of something that happened with his father. And it was great that McFarlane gave us this version, because the other versions had a cape, they didn't have wings, and this guy has these beautiful wings. I saw a reviewer today two reviewers who get action figures for free, whining and complaining, but they seem to forget that when we were growing up in the 80s, G.I. Joes didn't have a lot of articulation. He-Man didn't have a lot of articulation and a lot of details. It was a toy, and you still made do with what you had. Yet these guys get the action figures for free, and they were just crapping all over McFarlane. Oh, the gold is not too bright. Well, this guy's not going dancing. This guy's going to battle. So I don't know why you're whining that the gold is not too much. Another dude that the wings, this and the wings. You know, guys, look at the aesthetics. How wicked does this guy look? Imagine confronting this guy. So again, this blue color looks amazing. That cross on his face, the detailing looks great. Look at the armor. As you can see in the back is the where the pegs go for the wings. And we'll start soon the articulation, but as you guys can tell already, I'm already having trouble with the stability. So we'll begin the articulation first, then we'll attach the wings to see the articulation of them, okay? So the first thing we'll do is we'll look at his head, and he can turn his head this side, a little bit down, and up. So if you have him in a flying pose, like if he's looking up at the heavens. I did stretch out his arms, and as you can see, the armor comes over here. Wow, this just looks sick, bro. This just looks amazing. Looks great. It goes all the way out here. He's on butterfly joints here, so you'll definitely get some articulations out of that. The armor does not hinge or bother with the character's mobility. And like I said, guys, this channel is not for the collector. This channel is for the filmmaker and the stop motion person that wants to animate these characters. And let me put him up straight a little bit, guys. Put him here on the... All right, so we got that out of the way. He's got double jointed or double pin elbow, which is great for that kind of animation. So Justin, as you can see, I know you mentioned that that helps a lot with animating the characters on both sides. And let me move this one here. As you can see here, Justin, there's no that. Let me just adjust the light a little bit here. I gotta hold him here. All right, stay. Should have done that earlier. All right, so the gauntlet doesn't get in the way of his mobility. The wrist is on a ball joint. I really, really wish he was on a ratchet system. That ratchet system I love, but as you can see, the ball joint moves smoothly on both hands. You see that there, guys. It's got waist articulation. He goes back this far. He crunches forward this far. Look at that. Look at the emblem that you got going on there. We'll look at the legs now. Just one moment. Let me get situated here to show you. And I'm going to take them off the stand here. He's got that system inside. Some of them you can't go too far. They come off, but this one looks really, really good. No thigh articulation or swivel. At least not on that one. Let me see what this one does. Nope, this is by design. It's here, but it doesn't swivel. Looks like the boot is covering, but yes, it's double pin. So it's double joint knee, which is always a good thing. And I knew he was going to have that because I saw already the pictures that McFarlane had posing him flying. And we have it on this side here as well. However, we got the covering of the boots here. Look at that look of the armor. And Justin, last but not least, he's on a I keep mentioning, these are terrible. These don't help the character with stability. When you do clamp them down, they fall all over the place. So you're going to have to probably put the stand behind him to hold him if you're going to animate this guy. And Justin, I know you like to clamp down as a professional that you are. You like to clamp down, but I don't know how you're going to drill through because you do have toe articulation. I'm sure you'll probably find it a way to drill through and then stabilize him on your table if you do get this guy to articulate him. Overall, I'm not going to sit there and give it a rating system like some other channels do. There's no reason for that. Overall, I'm satisfied with the aesthetics of this character. Love the look. Love to see what animators do with this. With this guy. Let's go ahead and put the sword in his hand. If you guys know, I always like to pull off screen, so I really hate the bloopers. But let's take him off screen. Still talking to you. I am opening up his hand real quickly, and I am squeezing. And McFarlane, you really love to give your characters these spikes on them, and they hurt like crazy. These spikes here, guys, brutal. But he looks amazing with the sword on him. He's got this crazy looking sword. And a trick that I learned when I'm posing them or I need to animate them is that I use this stuff here. I'm sure a lot of you use that too. I use this stuff here. So Justin, I don't know if that's what you're going to use. I know that you recommended some kind of a wax, museum wax. I also bought that for animating. Sword looks great on him. Now I'm going to pull him back, show you the wings, and let's see if I can do that here on camera. This is just like the Batman Who Laughs Sky Tyrant. You gotta finagle the wings. So we'll get the first wing in there. Let's see here. Okay, let me pull them off camera, guys, because I don't want to make a blooper and I don't want to break this thing. All right, so I got the first wing in here. And same thing goes here. The wing goes here, guys, just like the Sky Tyrant. Now, I noticed that the system that the wings have, wow, this character is even more heavy now with these wings. These wings are pretty hefty. They have a weight to them. So your character will be sliding all over the place if you don't clamp them down. The wings do articulate, guys. I'm going to hold them here so you guys can see me articulate the wings. They do move around. You guys can see here in the video. And overall, solid looking guy, solid looking character. But again, guys, I keep telling you, McFarlane, these guys are too top heavy. They don't stand, and the stands really don't help. So I'll probably have to get some kind of a flight stand to hold him up and help him out with his stability. So here he is. So tell me, guys, in the comments what you think of him. Make sure to follow Justin. Make sure, if there's still time left, to join Chino's contest. I'm participating in it too. I'm trying to get together with Chino to do an interview for the contest. He's going to be giving a lot of good, he's going to be giving away, whoops, the Batcave move. A lot of great prizes for you guys to participate. So there's a lot of incentives there. On there, let me know what you guys think of the character, and if you like it, guys, give it a thumbs up, hit the notification so whenever I upload you get notified, and subscribe. And again, guys, don't forget to show some love to Justin, and if you want to share some comments with me, I'm on Twitter and Instagram. Reach out to me, say hello, let's have a conversation, let's talk about these guys, let's talk about filmmaking and anything you want to talk about. Again, beautiful character. Love the design. Love the detailing. Look at the wings. And if you guys like this guy, I'm going to put a link below where to get him. You want to support the channel, it is an affiliate link. And again, guys, I'll see you on the next review. This is Red, and I am out.